a child with difficulties becomes an adult with difficulties. Their needs will always be needs. And you can, of course, try and teach people independence, and hopefully a lot of people will attain it. But there's always got to be a watchful eye, even for those who develop skills and are capable of doing things. There has to be some sort of safety net in process to catch them when they fall, because they do fall. And so we've got to be there to provide for them all the time. We're putting in help, but in a supportive way, so that we're not doing things for people, we're supporting them to do things for themselves. Everything we do is so labour intensive that whatever funding we get to care for people from local authorities, and it's getting really severely threatened at the moment, is never enough to really provide a very productive program. The local authorities will only ever give you money to keep people safe, and we don't want to keep people safe. We want to develop people. We want to give them growth, and we want to see their potential come out. We want to give them opportunities, and that all takes a huge amount of planning and thoughtful care and very constructive programs put into place to make it happen. And that doesn't come without a lot of financial support.
We accept all children for who they are, and the uniqueness of Tough Kid is that we really work on children's self-esteem. Every child's self-esteem is important to us, and that if a child has good self-esteem, we really believe that that will help every child to reach their full potential.
It was very hard. It's very hard to hear that your child has something, It's thank God, Baruch Hashem, she's very, very mild. It's a mild CP. Nevertheless, it takes a lot of therapies daily. And I'm very pleased and very grateful that she can have 3 of them in Tough Kid every week. It takes off a lot of pressure, and also to know that I have people I can talk to, and the staff, they know what they're doing. I don't feel I'm alone.
My name's Emma Castleton. I have 3 children. Elias is 8 and goes to Kisharon Day School. Pearl is 5. She goes to Rosh Pinab. She used to go to Tough Kid. And Emmanuel's 3.5 and also goes to Tough Kid. So Elias has a very, very rare genetic disorder called Mowat-Wilson syndrome. It basically means he has global development delay, severe learning difficulties. He's 8 and he can't walk independently, nor can he talk, but he's just a very special individual. Kisharon has been, for us, the only school I can really imagine Elias attending. It's the perfect mixture of being pushy, actually. They really make the kids work hard, and they expect them to meet their potential. They expect them to achieve whatever it is that they can achieve in life, and they will do anything they can in order to help them to do that. But it's also extremely loving, and obviously has a very strong Jewish ethos, and for us all of those things are equally important. I always feel with Kisharon that whatever the needs of the individuals within the organisation, they are there to provide those needs, even if they don't currently exist. They're starting to toilet train Elias, which is something that I didn't necessarily imagine would be possible. They just really do see potential everywhere, and will push and will try and will make things happen, which is obviously really wonderful.
As a parent of a child with special needs, when your child learns to do something on their own, there is just no greater pleasure. It was only yesterday, to be honest, that I got up and I walked into my daughter's bedroom, and she was sitting fully dressed at her computer. And that sounds like a stupid thing to say, but for a child who's 17 years old and has never been able to dress themselves on their own, it was remarkable. It was absolutely remarkable. Every Shabbos when we walked to shul, You know, I'm constantly showing her how to cross roads, how to do everything. And my husband says, you know, what you're doing this for? She's never going to do it on her own, but she will. Take it from me. You've got to dream it, you've got to put it in place, you've got to practice it, you've got to put safeguards in place, and she will do things like that on her own. And I, as her mother, will help her, and Kisharon as an organisation will help the children like her in the world to do just those very things.
It's the most beautiful thing in the world. It's when a child who struggles so hard to do things that we take for granted, you know, like when she can spoon feed herself because the OT in Tough Kid helped me and told me we should buy that type of cutlery and we should do that type of exercise. And when she takes her first spoon feed, it's amazing. Kisharon is a gift, yeah, it's been a real gift for us. It's helped us tremendously.
There is nothing that gives me more excitement than when I see the people we support walking along the roads themselves, standing by bus stops waiting to catch buses, in supermarkets buying things, and of course, most importantly of all, when you find them working in the community. And that's really what we're striving to do. It's about dreaming, it's about having hopes, it's about having ambition, just like every other young person would have. It's about having them for people with learning difficulties too.
I thought, yeah, really do. I work in Kisharon on Tuesdays, and I stack subs, and sometimes on Thursdays I work the same. I do our bags. On Wednesday I work in Polish house. But I work in the office. I try my best. When I finish here, I want to move my own house, grow up, one day I want to get married, have children with them. I want my parents to be happy, come my Christmas with them.
I started in the day school right on to the college and the business enterprise at 48 Warwick Grove, and I work in Inspire. I sometimes do letterings and packing and stuffing, and sometimes on the computer. I used to be very scared of buses and trains, and I've become more independent now, and I do it by myself. Kisharon has the ability to reach out through all the needs of the person and to fulfill their potential. It makes a big difference in people's lives.
I was a student before. I am now a member of staff to help support them. I was taking one member of students to work this morning, and then we took him back over here. We have a lunch, and I'm supporting Mayor to be trained by himself. Without me, he can go by himself on the bus or walk down wherever he wants. I have been many years together with the boys, the whole group. I'm addicted to Moishi, and Moishi's even been together a long time, and Moishi always rely on me whatever I want to do.
I am thrilled that he's a member of staff, because although he's a member of staff, he's a friend of mine. I know him, it is over 15 years now, or 20 years now. I work in the deputy tribune, so I'm very happy with him. He's a very, very good role model for me. He's definitely a good role model for me. If I have a difficulty or any problems, I go to Eliezer, and he's always trying to help me out.
It was hard for me when my mother died. I had to do
Nobody could look after me, so that's why I had to move down to London. I couldn't do anything by myself. All the staff take good care of me. I've got my own house now. Sharing it with my housemates. I've got their own house. Just sharing it. It's my house, but we're sharing it together.
The burden and the challenge of having a child with special needs is so intense. It's emotionally the most draining thing that anybody could ever go through. And it's not like having an illness that you get over, or it is just a constant pressure on people and on families that just goes on day and night. It wears you down enormously, and there is so little left, and parents with children with special needs are forever fighting. They're fighting for their children to get statements to have their educational needs met. They're fighting for care packages from social services. They're forever having to think about protecting their children. It's such an enormous responsibility for parents that at some point you get so close to breakdown. You cannot do it alone. You need other people to help you. You need organizations like Kisharon to be there for you. And Kisharon likewise needs the community to be there to ensure that this can carry on.